Welcome back, coin lovers and rare treasure seekers, to another exciting episode where we dive deep into the fascinating world of American coins that are making headlines in today's numismatic market. In this video, we'll uncover the story of the Washington quarter dollar, one of the most iconic and powerful coins in U.S. history, a coin that started as an everyday piece of change but has now transformed into a highly sought-after collectible worth big dollars at auctions and private sales. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the hidden fortune that might be sitting in your pocket change, stay tuned. This video could open your eyes to coins that are truly worth a small fortune. Let's get started. First up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most talked about coins among collectors, the old Washington quarter dollar from 1968 without a mint mark. Found in color, shade, and damaged condition, this coin, though it may look ordinary to the untrained eye, has a story that stretches back decades and is now gaining tremendous attention in today's collector market. If you're a coin enthusiast, or even just someone curious about rare coins that could be worth a fortune, stay tuned till the end because this story might surprise you and inspire you to check your own collection for hidden treasures. Let's start with the history and background of the 1968 Washington quarter. The Washington Quarter series was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1968, the design had already become one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. This particular year, however, holds a unique place in numismatic circles because of several production changes at the U.S. Mint. During the mid-1960s, the minting process was undergoing a transition, and mint marks were temporarily omitted from coins. The 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark at that time. This simple detail, the absence of a mint mark, has made these coins especially appealing to collectors, since it connects directly to an important historical shift in American coin production. When it comes to unique features of the coin, the 1968 Washington quarter stands out not only for its elegant design but also for its composition and visual charm. The obverse features the proud profile of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty boldly displayed above his head and "In God We Trust" inscribed just below. The reverse shows the majestic American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and national pride. What makes this particular coin even more remarkable is its color, shade, and aged appearance, something collectors call toning. Over time, certain environmental conditions, metal reactions, and storage settings give the coin a unique blend of colors, often ranging from golden hues to deep purples or blue tones. This natural toning effect, combined with visible signs of age and handling, gives each coin a one-of-a-kind appearance that cannot be duplicated. The damage condition adds another layer of intrigue. It tells a story of circulation, survival, and history. In fact, many collectors see these imperfections not as flaws but as evidence of authenticity and character, increasing its desirability in today's high-demand coin market. Now, let's talk about rarity and condition, the true heart of any coin's value. The 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark is considered a rare find, especially in distinct color shades or coins that have aged beautifully over the decades. While millions of quarters were minted in 1968, the majority have been lost, melted down, or heavily circulated beyond recognition. Finding one in any collectible state is an accomplishment, but finding one that exhibits rich toning or unique damage patterns makes it even more special. Collectors today are not just looking for perfection, they're looking for uniqueness. The combination of natural color variation, visible signs of wear, and historical minting characteristics make these coins highly sought after. Even in a damaged state, the 1968 no-mint mark quarter carries significant appeal because it represents a true piece of American coinage history, something that can't easily be replicated or replaced. When we move on to the current market value in dollars, this is where things get truly exciting. Depending on its condition, color tone, and collector demand, the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark can attract impressive bids at auctions and online marketplaces. In recent years, we've seen collectors paying anywhere from $325,000 for standout examples, especially those with exceptional toning or historical character. Coins with rare color patterns or unique visual appeal often fetch the highest prices because they combine artistic beauty with historical significance. In today's market, where rare coins are drawing increasing attention from investors and collectors alike, the demand for 1968 quarters without mint marks continues to grow rapidly. This surge in popularity is driven by a renewed interest in mid-century U.S. coinage, particularly among younger collectors who appreciate the charm and story behind each individual piece. For those passionate about building their own collections, here are some tips for collectors who might be on the hunt for this remarkable coin. Always examine the details carefully. The absence of a mint mark is key, and pay close attention to color variations and natural toning. Coins that show beautiful, even coloration across the surface tend to be more desirable. Also, even if your coin has minor damage or wear, don't underestimate its value. Many collectors love coins that show signs of time, as these imperfections often make them stand out in a display. It's wise to store such coins in protective holders or airtight containers to preserve their toning and prevent further oxidation. If you happen to come across a 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark in your loose change or an old family collection, consider having it appraised by a reputable coin expert. You might be holding something far more valuable than you realize. With coin collecting becoming increasingly popular, now is a perfect time to start researching, comparing, and understanding the subtle details that define a coin's worth. As we reach the conclusion, it's clear that the 1968 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark, especially in its color-shaded and aged condition, is a true gem in the world of numismatics. It stands as a reminder that history, beauty, and value often hide in plain sight, sometimes right in the palm of your hand. This coin tells a story of America's evolving minting history, the enduring legacy of George Washington, and the artistic craftsmanship that defines U.S. coinage. Collectors from around the world continue to seek out this coin not only for its potential market value but for its charm and individuality. Every scratch, shade, and tone makes it a living piece of history that connects the past to the present in a powerful way. So, the next time you're going through your change jar or browsing through an old coin collection, keep an eye out for the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark. You never know, you might just discover a rare and valuable piece that could be worth a surprising amount in today's action-packed coin market. The demand is growing, the prices are rising, and this coin is earning its place among America's most admired collectibles. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1965 without a mint mark. This isn't just any regular quarter, it's a piece of history that holds immense value in today's collector market. Many people might have one of these in their change jars or tucked away in old drawers without realizing how special it truly is. So stay tuned as we explore the story behind this remarkable coin, its unique characteristics, the reason it's so highly sought after, and why collectors around the world are paying top dollar for it today. If you love rare coins and hidden treasures, this video is going to keep you captivated until the very end. To truly appreciate the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark, we must first step back in time. The year 1965 marked a major turning point in U.S. coinage history. Up until 1964, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to a national silver shortage and rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint decided to remove silver from circulating coins starting in 1965. The 1965 Washington quarter became the first regular issue struck in the new copper-nickel clad composition, a core of pure copper sandwiched between two layers of a copper-nickel alloy. This change wasn't just about saving silver, it was about stabilizing the U.S. economy and ensuring there were enough coins for everyday use. The transition was so significant that the Mint also took the unusual step of removing mint marks from all coins from 1965 through 1967. This was done to discourage hoarding and speculation during the changeover. So, even though these quarters were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, none of them carry a mint mark. The result was a coin that became not only historically important but also a major collectible because it marked the end of one era and the beginning of another. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark carries several unique features that make it stand out among collectors today. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. His profile faces left, with the word Liberty arching proudly above and the motto, "In God We Trust," just below the chin. The date 1965 sits beneath Washington's neck, symbolizing the very first year of the new clad composition. The reverse design showcases the bold and majestic American eagle, wings spread wide as it perches on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and preparedness. Beneath the eagle are two olive branches representing peace, a perfect balance of power and tranquility. Surrounding this design are the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar." One of the most distinctive features for collectors is the coin's composition. Instead of being silver like earlier quarters, the 1965 coin was made from a copper core with a nickel-clad outer layer. This gives it a slightly different color tone and ring when dropped compared to the silver versions. Another interesting detail is that early 1965 quarters were sometimes struck using leftover 1964 silver planchets, creating rare transitional errors that are worth thousands of dollars today. So, even within the 1965 batch, some coins might secretly be silver, making them incredibly valuable and sought after by collectors. While millions of 1965 quarters were minted, finding one in extra fine or uncirculated condition is much rarer than people think. Because these coins were heavily used in circulation for decades, most of them show significant wear. An extra fine condition coin means the details of Washington's hair, face, and the eagle's feathers remain sharp and clearly visible, with only light signs of wear. Such preservation is rare, especially for coins that have been around for nearly 60 years. Collectors today are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples because these coins represent the first generation of the modern quarter. Moreover, 1965 quarters with certain errors such as double die strikes, broad strikes, or those struck on leftover silver planchets can sell for $500,000. The strong collector demand for these coins continues to grow every year, as people realize that the 1965 quarter marks a defining chapter in U.S. coinage history. The combination of rarity and condition, historical importance, and potential hidden errors has made it a must-have for serious numismatists now. Let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark in extra fine condition. In today's numismatic market, an average circulated 1965 quarter might only be worth its face value, but when you step up to extra fine or higher grades, the value increases dramatically. An extra fine condition example typically sells between $200,000 depending on the sharpness of the details and eye appeal. However, coins that grade even higher, such as about uncirculated or mint state, can range anywhere from $650,000. The real excitement comes with error coins. A 1965 quarter mistakenly struck on a 90% silver planchet from the previous year has sold for over $1 million at auction. Another example with a double die obverse was valued at more than $1.3 million. Even coins with unique toning, clean fields, or strong strikes are selling for significant premiums on online auction sites. Collectors and investors alike are realizing the long-term potential of these transitional year coins. As more people get into coin collecting and the supply of high-grade examples decreases, the market value continues to rise. The 1965 Washington quarter has become a standout among clad coins, proving that even a non-silver coin can command high prices when history and rarity come together. If you're looking to add a 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark to your collection, here are a few professional tips to help you find the best examples and protect your investment. First, always check for sharp details. Pay attention to Washington's hairline, the word Liberty, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. These areas wear down first, so their sharpness can tell you a lot about the coin's grade. Next, weigh the coin if possible. A normal clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but if you find one closer to 6.25 grams, it could be a rare silver planchet error worth thousands. Use a jeweler's scale for accuracy. It's also important to store your coins properly. Keep them in protective holders or coin flips made of acid-free materials to prevent further wear or toning. When buying coins, always purchase from reputable dealers, certified auction houses, or marketplaces where authenticity is guaranteed. And finally, don't underestimate the power of patience. Coin collecting is not just about quick profits, it's about preserving pieces of history. The 1965 quarter is a coin that will only increase in desirability as time goes on. In conclusion, the Washington quarter dollar from 1965 without a mint mark stands as a remarkable and valuable piece of American coinage history. It represents a time of great change, a shift from the classic silver age to the modern era of copper-nickel coins. Its unique background, transitional errors, and rising market value make it one of the most talked about quarters among collectors today. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collecting journey, owning this coin in extra fine condition is like holding a piece of history that continues to appreciate in both value and importance. So, if you ever come across a 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden treasure worth far more than 25 cents. Keep hunting, keep learning, and never stop exploring the fascinating world of rare coins. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1973 with the D mint mark, a truly remarkable piece of American numismatic history that has been turning heads in the collector market today. It's a relic of craftsmanship, history, and rarity that has gained massive attention among collectors and investors alike. The 1973 D Washington quarter, especially when found in a color shade condition, has been commanding huge value in today's action market, making it one of the most talked about coins among enthusiasts. If you own one, you might be holding a little piece of silver history worth far more than you think. The Washington quarter dollar series began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin quickly became an icon of American coinage, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. By 1973, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters made primarily from a copper-nickel clad composition rather than silver, as silver had been discontinued in regular coinage after 1964. The Denver Mint, represented by the letter D just below Washington's bust, was one of the main producers of quarters during this time. While millions were minted, very few have survived in exceptional condition or with unique color variations that make them truly stand out today. The 1973 D Washington quarter represents a significant chapter in U.S. coin history, a bridge between the silver coinage era and the modern, everyday currency we use today, the 1973 Washington quarter stands out with its distinctive features that make it a collector's delight. The obverse proudly displays a detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, with the word liberty above and the motto, "In God We Trust," to his left. The year 1973 is clearly visible at the bottom, and the D-Mint mark appears just to the right of the bow in Washington's hair, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle sits proudly, wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and unity. But what truly makes this coin remarkable is the color shade condition that some examples have developed over time. Depending on storage, exposure, and metal composition, the coin may display beautiful tone variations, hues of golden bronze, smoky gray, or light reddish tones that add a unique personality to each piece. Collectors love this natural toning effect because it adds both visual appeal and numismatic value. While millions of 1973 D quarters were minted, not all were preserved well, and that's where rarity begins to shine. The vast majority entered circulation and suffered from heavy wear, losing their original mint luster. However, coins that have survived in uncirculated or color shade condition are now in exceptionally high demand. The unique color shading adds rarity, making these coins even more sought after by serious collectors. The combination of an older mint date, strong strike quality from the Denver facility, and natural tone variations make these coins stand apart from regular circulation pieces. Today, the collector's market values not just rarity but eye appeal, and these toned 1973 D Washington quarters are highly prized for their distinctive appearance. Many numismatists regard them as gems of the early clad era, a perfect blend of beauty, history, and scarcity. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1973 D Washington quarter in today's action market. Ordinary circulated coins might only hold their face value, but those in color shade condition or uncirculated grades have become extremely valuable. In recent auctions and collector markets, these coins have sold for anywhere from $470,000 depending on the depth of color, condition, and eye appeal. In pristine mint state condition, with beautiful natural toning and sharp details, collectors have paid even higher premiums, sometimes surpassing $620,000 or more for exceptional examples. The demand for these coins has been rising consistently because collectors and investors alike are recognizing their historic importance and aesthetic charm. If you happen to possess one in flawless or near flawless condition, you might be holding a small fortune right in your pocket or coin jar. If you're a coin collector or planning to start your numismatic journey, here are some expert tips to help you make the most of your collection. First, always handle your coins carefully, preferably by the edges, and store them in protective holders to prevent scratches or further toning. The natural color shades on a coin can add tremendous value, so avoid cleaning them. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce collector appeal. When searching for 1973 D Washington quarters, pay close attention to the mint luster, surface quality, and any attractive toning patterns. The stronger the details and the brighter the color variations, the higher the coin's desirability. Keep an eye on auction results and collector forums, as the market for these coins continues to grow. Many professional collectors are now adding these beautifully toned 1973 D quarters to their portfolios as long-term investments, recognizing their increasing market trend. In conclusion, the 1973 D Washington quarter dollar is far more than just another vintage coin. It's a symbol of American history, artistry, and evolving craftsmanship. With its unique color shade condition, detailed design, and strong demand among collectors, this coin stands as a shining example of how everyday currency can become a valuable collectible treasure. As the market continues to grow, the value of these coins is only expected to rise, making now a perfect time to explore your coin collection and see if you have this hidden gem. Remember, every coin tells a story, and this one tells a story of resilience, legacy, and the timeless beauty of American minting. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark. At first glance, it might look like just another regular quarter, but as we'll explore in this video, this coin holds a special place in the history of American coinage and is now a highly sought-after gem in the modern coin market. Whether you're a new collector, a passionate numismatist, or just curious about old coins that can bring you huge profits, this episode will open your eyes to the true value of this historic quarter. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover why the 1967 Washington quarter is considered one of the most talked about coins in recent years. The story of the 1967 Washington quarter begins during a time of great change in the United States Mint. In the mid-1960s, America was facing a serious coin shortage, and silver prices were skyrocketing. To solve this problem, the Mint decided to remove silver from circulating dimes and quarters, introducing a new copper-nickel clad composition. The year 1967 was right in the middle of this transition period, and that's one reason this coin has such a rich historical background. Another interesting fact is that from 1965 to 1967, the mint decided not to use any mint marks at all: no P for Philadelphia, no D for Denver, and no S for San Francisco. This was done to discourage coin hoarding, as millions of people were saving coins with specific mint marks hoping they would increase in value. So, the 1967 Washington quarter without mint marks symbolizes a unique era when the mint was struggling to balance production, demand, and collector behavior. It's a coin that tells the story of American economics, industry, and society all at once. What makes the 1967 Washington quarter stand out is not just its lack of a mint mark, but also its distinctive design and composition. The obverse of the coin features the classic bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty boldly displayed at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1967 at the bottom. On the reverse side, you'll find the majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a powerful symbol of strength and peace. The coin is made of copper nickel clad, with an inner core of pure copper and an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a weight of 5.67 grams. Even though it doesn't contain silver, it carries a bright metallic luster that stands the test of time. Many 1967 quarters display striking details, strong rims, and beautiful toning, which makes high-grade examples especially attractive to collectors. Another unique feature of this coin is the wide range of striking variations and die characteristics that occurred during production. Some coins were struck with slightly misaligned dies, doubled lettering, or off-center designs, which makes them incredibly rare and valuable. These varieties often command much higher prices in the coin market, especially when preserved in excellent condition. Although millions of 1967 quarters were produced, finding one in pristine condition today is a serious challenge. Most of them circulated heavily for decades, showing signs of wear, scratches, and dullness. However, the few that survived in crisp, detailed, and glossy condition are now extremely valuable to collectors. Even circulated coins in good condition are highly desirable due to their historical importance and the fact that no mint mark adds a special mystery and rarity factor. Collectors around the world have shown increased interest in the 1967 Washington quarter because it marks the end of an important era in American numismatics, the era of silver coinage. This coin serves as a bridge between the silver-based economy and the modern plaid coinage system. Because of its position in history, collectors regard it as a must-have piece for completing a Washington Quarter Series collection. What truly drives the demand for this coin is its growing scarcity and high grades. Coins graded MS65 or higher can be extremely difficult to find, especially with perfect surfaces and full mint luster. Auctions have seen an impressive rise in bidding for these coins, and more collectors are searching through old rolls and change jars in hopes of finding one in top condition. Every year, the demand increases as people realize how unique and historically important this quarter really is. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1967 Washington quarter. In today's collector market, even a circulated example can sell for anywhere between $200,000 depending on its condition and eye appeal. However, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth far more. Quarters graded mint state 65 can fetch $400,000, while those in superb gem condition, graded mint state 67 or higher, have sold for $580,000 at major auctions. In fact, certain examples with rare errors such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or proof-like surfaces have brought in $730,000 in recent auction results. These high-grade or error varieties are considered treasures among numismatists. What's truly amazing is that these coins are still out there, hiding in pocket change, old rolls, and forgotten jars. That's why collectors are actively searching for them today. The thrill of finding one that could be worth hundreds or even thousands makes it an exciting hunt. The 1967 Washington quarter's value continues to climb due to its historical significance, collector demand, and the fact that many have been lost, melted, or damaged over the decades. As the years go by, this coin's availability will only decrease, which means its market value has nowhere to go but up. If you're thinking about adding the 1967 Washington quarter to your collection, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always look for coins with sharp details and minimal wear. The clearer the features on George Washington's face and the eagle's wings, the higher the value. Coins with original luster and clean surfaces are especially prized. Second, check for error varieties. Look closely under magnification for doubling in the date, lettering, or any striking irregularities. These small details can make a huge difference in the coin's value. Third, proper storage is crucial. Keep your coins in a dry, protected environment, preferably in coin holders or capsules, to prevent oxidation or damage. A professionally graded coin not only verifies authenticity but can also increase its resale value dramatically. And finally, stay active in the coin community. Follow auctions, attend coin shows, and connect with other collectors. Knowledge and networking are your most valuable tools when it comes to identifying opportunities and rare finds. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark is more than just a piece of currency, it's a living reminder of a crucial chapter in American history. Its elegant design, historical importance, and growing scarcity make it one of the most talked about coins among collectors today. Even in circulated condition, this coin continues to capture attention and admiration in the numismatic market, with value steadily rising each year. If you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, cherish it, and if you haven't found one yet, keep searching. You never know when you might come across a hidden treasure that could be worth much more than its face value. The 1967 Washington quarter proves that sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins can carry extraordinary stories and incredible value. Next up, the 1988 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark. You might be surprised, but even a coin that appears scratched or worn can hold tremendous historical and collector value in today's booming numismatic market. Yes, you heard it right. This 1988 D Washington quarter, especially in its scratched condition, has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. As coin values continue to rise with record-breaking auctions and global collector demand, this specific coin has become a conversation starter and a hidden gem in many collections. So, if you've ever found one in your change or tucked away in an old drawer, stay tuned, because you might be holding onto something truly special. To truly appreciate the value of the 1988 D Washington quarter, we need to travel back in time to understand its origins. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design by John Flanagan featured a bold and noble portrait of Washington on the obverse side and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse, a symbol of strength, unity, and freedom. By 1988, this design had become a national icon, representing decades of American craftsmanship and coinage tradition. The 1988 D mint mark tells us this coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most productive and precise mints in the United States. While millions were struck that year, not all survived in good condition, and even fewer have developed the kind of distinctive features that make them valuable to collectors today. Every scratch, every mark on the surface tells a story of circulation, time, and history, turning what might look ordinary into something extraordinary. The 1988 D Washington quarter has several features that make it stand out. It was struck in a copper-nickel composition, a durable blend designed for everyday use. The obverse side proudly displays the left-facing bust of George Washington with the word Liberty inscribed above and the phrase, "In God We Trust," prominently placed on the left. Below Washington's chin, you'll notice the date 1988, while the D mint mark rests just beside it, representing its Denver origin. On the reverse side, the majestic eagle sits with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace. Over the years, coins from this period have developed unique toning, subtle color variations, and, in some cases, surface imperfections that actually enhance their appeal to serious collectors. The scratched condition, especially when natural and not intentionally damaged, adds a raw authenticity that reminds us of the coin's long journey through American hands and history. While the 1988 D Washington quarter may not seem rare at first glance, its true rarity emerges from a combination of factors: condition, minting errors, and historical significance. Collectors around the world have been hunting for specific examples of this coin that stand out from the crowd. A scratched but well-preserved coin with sharp details and visible design features can actually become a collector's prize, especially if the scratches are light and do not obscure key elements of the design. Many collectors today are drawn to these unique pieces because they represent the real history of American commerce, coins that actually circulated, that have character, and that survived decades of use while retaining their beauty and story. Moreover, the coin market in recent years has seen an incredible surge in demand for late 20th century U.S. quarters, as collectors complete their sets and seek out special varieties. Some scratched 1988 D quarters have even sold for impressive amounts in auctions when accompanied by unique patterns or minting anomalies, making them far more than just pocket change. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1988 D Washington quarter in scratched condition. Depending on the depth and placement of the scratches, as well as the visibility of the mint mark and details, the coin can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to $700,000 and in exceptional circumstances, even $800,000. Coins with unique surface characteristics, strong strike definition, or special toning often attract intense bidding competition among collectors. Online marketplaces and coin auctions have reported rising interest in this particular year, especially as collectors realize how few of these coins remain in collectible condition today. The market action is growing stronger, and with each passing year, the 1988 D quarter is becoming harder to find in original form. So even scratched examples are commanding premium prices. The key is authenticity, visual appeal, and collector sentiment, all of which are on your side with this coin. If you're a collector or planning to become one, now is the perfect time to pay attention to coins like the 1988 D Washington quarter. Always handle your coins carefully, even scratched ones, using gloves or holding them by the edges to avoid further damage. Keep your coins stored in acid-free holders or protective sleeves to prevent environmental wear. When buying, make sure you purchase from reputable dealers or verified auction houses. Learn how to identify genuine mint marks, design features, and variations that could make your coin stand out even more. Don't underestimate coins with scratches. Sometimes, those imperfections can lead you straight to a treasure that others overlook. Always remember that the coin market is dynamic and full of surprises. What seems ordinary today could become highly sought after tomorrow. The Washington Quarter Series is one of the most collected coin types in U.S. history, and owning a 1988 D in any condition connects you to a piece of that legacy. The 1988 D Washington Quarter dollar may carry scratches and signs of wear, but it also carries decades of American history, artistry, and enduring value. It's a coin that speaks not only to collectors but also to anyone who appreciates the beauty hidden in the everyday. With the current surge in collector interest and the growing appreciation for coins with unique character, this 1988 D Washington Quarter has secured its place as a high-demand collectible in today's numismatic world. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned enthusiast, this coin is a reminder that true value isn't always found in perfection. Sometimes it's found in the marks of time. So take a closer look at your coins, because your scratched 1988 D quarter might just be a valuable piece of history waiting to shine once again. Next up, the Washington Quarter dollar 1970 with D mint mark is one of those coins that truly captures the attention of serious collectors and investors around the world. Though at first glance it might look like just another coin from your pocket change, the truth is that this coin holds an incredible story, rich history, and remarkable value in today's rare coin market. In this video, we'll take a deep journey into its fascinating background, explore its unique features, understand why collectors are paying huge amounts for it today, and discuss tips that can help you spot or preserve one of these treasures. So sit back and enjoy as we uncover the powerful story of the 1970 D Washington Quarter dollar, one of the most admired and valuable coins in American numismatic history. Let's begin with the history and background of the 1970 D Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, originally issued to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design by John Flanagan became an American classic, showing the strong, noble portrait of Washington on the obverse and the bold, proud eagle on the reverse. By 1970, the series had already seen several changes, the removal of silver in 1965 being the most significant. The 1970 D quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing some of the most collectible coins in U.S. history. This coin came at the dawn of a new numismatic era when silver coins were officially replaced with copper-nickel clad composition, making these early 1970s coins an essential transition piece between the old silver generation and the modern coinage of today. Now, let's talk about the unique features that make the 1970 D Washington Quarter so special. Struck in copper-nickel clad metal, it carries a bright metallic luster that beautifully reflects the precision of Denver's minting quality. On the obverse, we see the timeless profile of George Washington, his face detailed with sharp features, a proud gaze, and the word Liberty boldly above him. The date 1970 appears below his neck, with the small yet significant D mint mark just beside the ribbon of his ponytail, the mark that indicates it was minted in Denver. The reverse displays the iconic heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. Collectors often note the impressive strike quality of this year, making fine details such as the eagle's feathers and the lettering crisp and well-defined when found in very fine condition or higher grades. What truly sets the 1970 D quarter apart, however, is its rarity and collector demand in specific conditions and varieties. While millions of these coins were produced, only a small number have survived over the decades in well-preserved, very fine or uncirculated condition. Most have been worn out through circulation, making high-quality examples extremely desirable. Even more exciting, certain error varieties such as off-center strikes or double-die obverse have driven this coin's reputation into the spotlight of the collecting community. The thrill of discovering a 1970 D quarter in such a fine state makes it one of the most sought-after coins among Washington quarter enthusiasts. Coin shows, online auctions, and professional grading companies have all seen rising demand for these coins, with collectors recognizing that the early 1970s Washington quarters are the hidden gems of American coinage when it comes to current market value. The 1970 D Washington quarter in very fine condition can command impressive prices depending on its preservation and overall eye appeal. In today's numismatic market, such coins can fetch anywhere from $270,000, with premium examples, especially those graded by professional coin services, reaching even higher amounts. Rare varieties in coins with proof-like luster have been known to sell for over $380,000 or more in auctions, particularly when collectors compete for top-quality specimens. The market for 1970 D quarters remains strong, and prices have continued to increase over time as collectors realize how few of these coins exist in pristine condition. This growing demand and limited supply make the 1970 D Washington quarter a powerful investment opportunity for those who understand its value and historical importance now. For those who wish to join this exciting world of collecting, here are some tips for collectors to keep in mind. Always inspect your coins under good lighting and with magnification to identify the mint mark, strike details, and any potential errors that could increase value. Store your coins carefully, preferably in protective holders or airtight capsules, to preserve their luster and prevent oxidation or damage. If you believe your 1970 D quarter might be rare or in unusually fine condition, as this can significantly enhance its resale value and collector appeal. Lastly, stay connected with the numismatic community, follow auction trends, attend coin shows, and engage with experts online. Knowledge and timing are your strongest allies in finding and recognizing coins that could one day be worth millions. As we bring this video to a close, let's remember that the 1970 D Washington quarter dollar is more than just a piece of change, it's a piece of history, a shining reminder of America's enduring craftsmanship and numismatic artistry. Its beauty, rarity, and growing market value make it one of the standout coins of the modern collectible era. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey, adding a 1970 D quarter in very fine or higher condition to your collection is a wise and rewarding choice. The coin continues to rise in popularity, and with increasing global interest in U.S. coins, now is the perfect time to explore, collect, and possibly invest in this rare and magnificent treasure. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1978 without a mint mark. This coin, when found in excellent condition, is not just a beautiful piece of American heritage, but a true hidden gem that collectors all over the world are racing to own. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because this story of the 1978 Washington quarter is one that will open your eyes to the possibilities hidden inside your pocket change. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed to honor the 200th birthday of the first President of the United States, George Washington. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and became one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. By 1978, the Washington quarter had already become a beloved staple of U.S. currency, widely used in everyday transactions but also cherished by collectors for its artistry and symbolism. The 1978 version without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not use a mint mark. This small detail, the absence of a mint mark, makes it especially interesting for collectors because it signifies the coin's origin and adds to its collectible charm. Now, when we talk about unique features of the 1978 Washington quarter, we must highlight the artistry and precision that make it stand out. On the obverse side, you'll find the strong, confident profile of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty boldly engraved above his head. The phrase, "In God We Trust," appears to the left, and the date 1978 rests proudly at the bottom. The reverse side features the majestic bald eagle, wings outstretched, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of strength and peace. The fine details in the feathers, lettering, and rims are what truly separate a coin in excellent condition from the rest. When a 1978 Washington quarter is preserved without scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, it becomes a dazzling piece of numismatic beauty that attracts attention in any collection. Moving on to rarity and condition, this is where the true magic of this coin begins. While millions of quarters were minted in 1978, very few have survived in excellent or uncirculated condition. Most coins from this era were used in everyday transactions, tossed in pockets, purses, and cash registers for decades. To find a 1978 Washington quarter that remains in pristine condition with full luster, sharp strikes, and no signs of circulation is like uncovering a hidden treasure. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for coins that retain their original brilliance and definition. Are the coins that command serious attention and premium prices in the numismatic market today? Speaking of current market value, let's talk numbers, because this is where things get really exciting. A standard 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark in circulated condition might only fetch its face value, but that's not what we're focusing on today. We're talking about those exceptional, high-quality coins in excellent or near-perfect condition, and their value in today's action-packed coin market is soaring. Collectors have been known to pay anywhere from $430,000 for examples that display superior luster, sharpness, and minimal contact marks. Some coins graded at the top levels, especially those with flawless details and mirror-like surfaces, have even sold for $500,000 at auction. The demand for such coins has increased significantly as more collectors realize how few of these unmarked 1978 quarters remain in exceptional preservation. The market is hot, and these coins are shining stars of numismatic investment for collectors who are interested in acquiring or preserving a 1978 Washington quarter. Here are a few essential tips to make your coin hunting journey successful. First, always handle your coins with care. Use cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints or oils that can damage the surface. Keep your coins stored in airtight holders or slabs to prevent oxidation or scratches. When searching through rolls of quarters or old coin collections, pay close attention to the 1978 date and check for that absence of a mint mark. That's your clue to a Philadelphia Mint issue. Examine the condition under proper lighting. A coin with sharp details, full rims, and no wear on Washington's hair or the eagle's wings is a top contender for collector value. And finally, consider professional grading if you believe your coin is of exceptional quality. A certified grade can significantly increase both the appeal and the market value of your coin when it comes time to sell or trade. Now let's bring it all together in our conclusion. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark may seem like an ordinary coin to some, but to knowledgeable collectors, it represents history, craftsmanship, and opportunity. Its clean, classic design honors one of America's greatest leaders, while its rarity and high-grade condition makes it a treasure worth holding on to. As coin collecting continues to grow in popularity and as more people recognize the beauty and value of coins like this one, the demand for such rare, excellent condition quarters continues to rise. Whether you already own one or you're just beginning your search, this coin stands as a symbol of the incredible stories hidden in the change we carry every day. So, if you ever come across a 1978 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in excellent condition, don't overlook it. You might just be holding a small piece of American history worth a fortune. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting, because the next great discovery might be sitting right in your hands. Next up, Washington quarter dollar from 1987 with the Philadelphia P mint mark in excellent condition. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating history, unique features, rarity, and incredible market value of this beautiful coin that has become a treasure for serious collectors across America and beyond. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover why this 1987 P mint Washington quarter is gaining so much attention in today's action-packed coin market. Let's start with the intro to this magnificent coin. The Washington quarter dollar from 1987 is not just another piece of American currency, it's a piece of history. It represents a time in American coinage when design, precision, and craftsmanship combined to create coins that have stood the test of time. What makes the 1987 P mint quarter so special today is its rising popularity among collectors who appreciate not only its aesthetic appeal but also its growing scarcity in top-grade condition. With increasing demand and limited supply, the 1987 P quarter is turning into one of the shining stars in modern numismatics. Now let's explore a bit of the history and background behind this remarkable coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin quickly became one of America's most recognizable and beloved coins. Fast forward to 1987, this was a time when the United States Mint was producing quarters with a copper-nickel composition rather than silver. However, the precision of minting and the sharp detailing of the design in 1987 made these coins stand out beautifully. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the letter P, struck millions of these coins, but only a small percentage have survived in pristine, excellent condition. That rarity is what's driving collectors wild today. When we talk about the unique features of the coin, the Washington Quarter 1987p is a perfect blend of elegance and historical value. On the obverse, we have the classic portrait of George Washington, his confident profile symbolizing leadership and strength. The word liberty shines proudly above his head, and the phrase "In God We Trust" rests gracefully beside his portrait. The date 1987 lies clearly below, representing an important year for modern U.S. coinage. On the reverse, we see the powerful image of an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of peace through strength. The detailing on the feathers, claws, and lettering in the 1987 issue is particularly crisp and clear, especially on coins preserved in excellent condition. This high-quality craftsmanship gives the coin a distinct brilliance that sets it apart from other years. Next, we come to the rarity and condition, which are the key elements driving collector demand. Although millions were minted, finding a 1987p quarter in excellent or uncirculated condition is no easy task. Most of these coins entered circulation and suffered scratches, discoloration, and wear over the decades. However, those few that remained untouched, either preserved in mint sets or carefully stored by early collectors, are now commanding impressive attention in the market. Collectors today are searching for coins that exhibit sharp details, full luster, and minimal contact marks. If your 1987p quarter has that brilliant shine and crisp design, you could be holding a coin that's not just beautiful, but also highly valuable. The demand for these coins continues to climb, especially among enthusiasts who understand the long-term investment potential of well-preserved quarters from the 1980s era. Let's talk about the current market value in dollars, which is where things get truly exciting. The 1987 Washington quarter with the P mint mark in average circulated condition may only be worth its face value, but when you step into the realm of excellent or uncirculated condition, the story changes dramatically. In top-grade condition, these coins can sell from $380,000 or even more, depending on the shine, strike quality. Some collectors have reported auctions where pristine 1987p quarters sold for prices exceeding $600,000. The growing popularity of this coin, combined with its historical charm, is fueling a strong upward trend in the market. And as more collectors realize its scarcity and excellent condition, we can expect its value to continue rising year after year. Now, for all our passionate viewers who love collecting, here are some tips for collectors to help you get the best out of your coin hunting experience. First, always handle your coins carefully. Use gloves to prevent fingerprints and store them in protective holders. Next, look for quarters with sharp details, original luster, and no signs of cleaning, as untouched coins hold much higher value. If you're buying or selling, consider having your coin professionally graded, as certified coins always attract more serious buyers and command higher prices. Keep an eye on online auctions, coin shows, and estate sales. You never know where a hidden gem like the 1987p quarter might appear. And remember, the coin market is always changing, so staying informed about trends and prices will help you make smart, rewarding collecting decisions. Finally, let's wrap up this exciting journey with a conclusion. The Washington Quarter $1,987 with the P mint mark is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of American history, artistry, and enduring value. In excellent condition, this coin is a true treasure that continues to shine brighter with each passing year. Its rising market demand, stunning design, and historical significance make it a must-have for collectors who appreciate coins that tell a story and hold real worth. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned expert, the 1987p quarter is one of those special coins that perfectly captures the spirit of American numismatics. So, if you happen to come across one in excellent condition, don't overlook it. This could be your golden opportunity to own a rare and valuable piece of coin history. Hold on to it, cherish it, and watch its value grow in the thriving world of rare coin collecting. Next up, the 1972 Washington Quarter dollar without a mint mark. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but its real story, history, and current market value will absolutely surprise you. Whether you're a longtime collector or just starting your coin journey, this video will show you why the 1972 Washington Quarter is considered a must-have gem in every serious collection. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin continues to rise in value and why collectors across the world are chasing after it. Let's start with a little history. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States and one of the most influential figures in American history. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin quickly became an American classic.
The obverse side features the bold and proud profile of George Washington, while the reverse showcases the American eagle with wings spread wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and courage.
The 1972 issue of the Washington Quarter continued this proud legacy, but what makes it truly special is the version without a mint mark. This means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, during that time, did not include a mint mark on coins it produced. That small absence, no D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, has turned this particular coin into a highly desirable collector's item. The early 1970s were an interesting time for U.S. coinage. The country had already moved away from using silver in circulating quarters starting in 1965, replacing it with a copper-nickel clad composition. Despite this change, the craftsmanship and design quality of the Washington Quarter remained exceptional. Millions were minted, but only a limited number of 1,972 no-mint mark quarters have survived in very good or better condition. Over time, the wear and tear of circulation made well-preserved examples increasingly hard to find, which is one reason collectors today treasure them so much. The 1972 Washington Quarter without a mint mark stands out for several reasons. First, the absence of the mint mark itself makes it an intriguing piece for collectors who love coins with subtle distinctions. The obverse, featuring George Washington's portrait, displays the sharpness of design and clarity of detail that was characteristic of the Philadelphia Mint's output during the era. The inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1972 are prominently placed, creating that classic and elegant look known around the world. On the reverse, the eagle appears majestic and powerful, clutching arrows and an olive branch, a perfect balance between readiness for defense and a desire for peace. In very good condition, the 1972 quarter exhibits light to moderate wear, but the overall design details remain visible and attractive. The smooth edges and the balanced toning often give these coins a vintage charm that adds to their appeal. Some examples even show natural toning or subtle color variations that make them visually unique. Collectors often appreciate these natural changes in color because they highlight the age and originality of the coin, making each piece one of a kind. When it comes to rarity, the 1972 no-mint mark Washington Quarter has gained impressive recognition in the numismatic market. Although millions were originally struck, the number of surviving coins in very good or higher grades is much smaller today. Many coins from that era were heavily circulated and eventually worn down to near illegibility. Finding one in very good condition with clear details and minimal damage is becoming increasingly challenging. This scarcity has caused demand among collectors to skyrocket in recent years, especially as more people have become aware of the growing market for older U.S. coinage. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's historical significance but also to its investment potential. The 1972 Washington Quarter represents an important era in American coinage, a time when the nation's economy was changing, yet the coinage maintained its traditional values and design integrity. Because of that, demand for high-quality examples has consistently increased. Many coin enthusiasts now view this quarter as an entry-level classic that can grow in value over time, especially as pristine examples continue to disappear from circulation. In the collector community, this coin is not just admired, it's in demand, and that demand is stronger today than ever before. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1972 Washington Quarter without a mint mark. The price of this coin depends on its condition, rarity, and visual appeal. In very good condition, this coin can fetch anywhere between $120,000 depending on collector interest and market activity. However, if the coin shows exceptional eye appeal, strong details, or has special toning, its value can go significantly higher. In higher uncirculated grades, some examples have sold for over $350,000 at auctions, with certified specimens fetching even more among professional collectors. What's truly exciting is that the demand for older Washington quarters has been increasing rapidly. Online auctions, coin shows, and private collector trades have all reported strong interest in the 1972 no-mint mark series. Some dealers are noting record-level enthusiasm, with collectors looking for pieces that show originality and charm. As coin markets continue to evolve, coins like this one, that combine history, design, and rarity, are often among the first to rise in value. For investors and collectors alike, this coin is a smart addition with strong potential growth. If you're planning to collect or invest in a 1972 Washington Quarter without a mint mark, here are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, always focus on condition. The better the quality of the coin, the higher its value will be. Even small differences in wear can significantly impact its worth. Look for coins with clear details on Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and sharp lettering. Second, consider getting your coin professionally graded by a trusted grading service. A certified grade not only confirms authenticity but also increases the coin's resale value. Another key tip is to handle your coins carefully, always by the edges and never with bare hands. Use cotton gloves if possible, and store the coin in a protective holder or capsule to prevent scratches or tarnish. For long-term collectors, keeping a detailed record of your coins, including where and when you acquired them, can add value to your collection's history. Finally, keep an eye on the market. Coin values can fluctuate, and staying informed about market trends can help you decide when to buy or sell. With patience and attention, you could see your 1972 quarter rise significantly in value over time. The 1972 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is much more than just an old piece of change. It's a true piece of American heritage, a timeless reminder of artistry, history, and national pride. Its elegant design, historical background, and growing rarity have made it one of the most sought-after coins in today's collector market. In very good condition, this coin shines with character and authenticity, capturing the heart of collectors across generations. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells a story of endurance, legacy, and value that continues to grow stronger each year. So, if you happen to find one of these 1972 Washington quarters without a mint mark, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure that carries far more value than its face suggests. The coin market is full of surprises, and this particular quarter has proven to be one of the most exciting finds of recent times. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark, a circulated condition coin that's taking today's collector's market by storm. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, this coin's story, design, and market demand will absolutely amaze you. The 1984 D Washington quarter has proven that even circulated coins can hold incredible value when collectors recognize their rarity, beauty, and historical significance. So, stay tuned as we uncover everything you need to know about this extraordinary coin, from its origins to its current skyrocketing prices in today's coin market. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Over the years, this coin series has seen countless design changes, mint marks, and composition updates, yet each year tells a unique story. The 1984 edition, minted at the Denver Mint and marked with the letter D, carries with it a piece of America's history from the mid-1980s, an era of economic change, new technology, and a growing interest in coin collecting. At that time, billions of coins were circulating across the nation, but not all were created equal. The Denver Mint was known for its precision and production quality, and the 1984 D quarter has become a standout among collectors for its striking details and minting quality. The 1984 D Washington quarter features a classic design that continues to capture the admiration of collectors everywhere. On the obverse side, we see the proud and detailed portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The word Liberty arches across the top, and the motto "In God We Trust" is clearly visible beside Washington's profile. Below, the date 1984 sits proudly, marking the year of minting. The small D mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, signifies that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, a detail that adds both identity and prestige. The reverse of the coin showcases the majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing America's strength and readiness, surrounded by olive branches representing peace. This design embodies the balance of power and peace that defines the American spirit, making it not just currency, but a small piece of art and history combined. Now, what makes the 1984 D Washington quarter in circulated condition so special today? While many quarters were produced in 1984, very few have survived in such collectible quality after years of circulation. Over time, wear and tear naturally occur, yet certain coins retain their details, sharpness, and surface beauty, and those are the ones collectors chase with passion. The 1984 D has developed a reputation for having some remarkable strikes and surviving examples that show excellent detail even after decades of use. Because of its age and the fact that many were spent and melted down, finding one in good circulated condition today is becoming more and more difficult. This scarcity has pushed collector interest through the roof, especially among those who specialize in post-1965 clad quarters. The coin's combination of age, charm, and mint mark rarity makes it a hot item in today's auction and numismatic markets. In today's collector market, the 1984 D Washington quarter in circulated condition has shown surprising strength. While its face value remains $30,000, collector value tells a completely different story. Depending on eye appeal, condition, and sharpness of strike, this coin can fetch anywhere from $55,000 in the lower circulated grades. However, quarters with exceptional surfaces or minimal wear can soar into much higher values, reaching $380,000 or more in online auctions or private collector trades. What's even more exciting is that rare varieties, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die errors, can push the value dramatically higher, sometimes hitting $530,000 when the right buyer appears. The demand for coins from the 1980s is currently rising, and the 1984 D is one of the leading stars in that movement. Collectors recognize its historical charm, striking design, and relative scarcity, which all combine to create its growing market appeal. If you happen to come across a 1984 D Washington quarter in your pocket change, don't overlook it. Examine the coin carefully, check for its mint mark, surface condition, and any unusual markings that could signal an error or variety. Even circulated coins can hold significant value if they retain clear details, sharp rims, and readable inscriptions. Remember, coins from the 1980s are gaining serious attention from new and experienced collectors alike, and building a small collection of quarters from this period could become a very rewarding investment in the years ahead. Keep an eye on online auctions, numismatic conventions, and collector marketplaces, because prices for the 1984 D Washington quarter continue to climb as more people realize its true value and historical importance. The 1984 D Washington quarter dollar is a shining reminder that even circulated coins can hold immense worth and meaning. From its rich history to its intricate design and growing market demand, this coin continues to captivate collectors around the world. Every quarter tells a story, and this one tells a story of American craftsmanship, resilience, and timeless design. So, whether you're a casual collector or a passionate investor, the 1984 D is a coin you'll want to add to your collection before prices rise even higher. Keep searching, keep learning, and remember that every coin you find could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching, and happy collecting!